in the spirit, I'm busting through the ceiling. I'm following your lead, I'm following the feeling. Don't drop in the spirit, I'm busting through the ceiling. Busting through the ceiling, busting through the ceiling.
Na, hali-hali. Akkor most nyomjuk ezt a Traitors
decidedly noble error.
Ezt már
It
csak
suits you.
egyedül, igazából, azt már nem kóban. És akkor itt van igazából a küldi, hogy árulók elődje, véres trónszék. Elméletileg az egy új területen lesz majd, hát majd meglátjuk. Egyelőre a térképen nem láttam új zónát. Holnap meg elméletileg Elden Ring lesz.
Ah, Your Majesty.
Jó,
It
kevés
seems
arany
like an
van.
age since we last had the pleasure of speaking. The awful attack on the kingdom, Walter's tragic demise. Terrible, terrible business. Still, we mustn't dwell on the past, must we? There is much to do. Dealing with the aftermath of recent events, bolstering the morale of the people, and many, many equally riveting issues. So, if you are ready, Your Majesty, shall we proceed to the throne room and begin?
Azt mondja, hogy most megint így következni kell.
Wonderful. I assure you, you will be entertained, engrossed, and elated. This is our best royal schedule yet. So I will arrange an audience with the Blacksmith Association, and we can clear this tax dispute up in no time. 2 or 3 days of negotiations should settle it. Now, on to much more important matters. The hiring of a new head gardener. As you know, the rose bushes this year have suffered some minor discomfort due to the inclement weather and less than salubrious soil management. I have arranged an interview process that should take no more than 8 weeks, starting tomorrow morning. It should make for a very...
Nehogy már azt mondja, hogy ezt álmodja. Oké, hát ez itt lehenteli az élőket.
But lest we forget matters of state, we really ought to begin a more considered census of the population. Estimates of the number of citizens vary widely. I suggest each one comes to the throne room and has...
Is it too late for an audience, my queen?
Who are you?
I've come from far away to fulfill my destiny. To get revenge for everything you've done. How many innocent people have you sent to the king?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Your lies won't save you now. I've spent years in a cell, thinking about this moment. Did you think you're safe here, Your Majesty? Did you think your guards could protect you? I know all about guards. They couldn't keep me in the keep. And they couldn't keep me
Den
out
är
of your
fri
castle.
efter honom.
This is the end of the kingdom. Albion will be free. It's time for the people to rule themselves. I am well trained in the art of murder. I've never killed a queen before, though. I am the instrument of change. I am the voice of revolution. The world doesn't need the crown. It doesn't need the throne. You're a relic, Your Majesty. Nobody will mourn your passing. Nobody ever mourns a tyrant. I came here alone, but I represent legions. You will never defeat us all. You may be a hero, but that doesn't make you a god. It doesn't give you the right to rule a country. I wish General Turner were here to see you die. Such a pity you'll never meet him. We will return Albion to a more pure state. This castle will burn to the ground. Your family invented it, but it has no place in our land. Everyone imprisoned by the kings and queens of Albion will be set free. I'm willing to die for what I believe in. Are you?
No regler.
You think you're safe now? I'm just the first of many. We will kill you in the end.
My queen! An enemy ship is approaching.
There are soldiers on board!
Who are they?
Get ready!
They're almost here!
Hold steady! They look like elite soldiers. What the hell is going on? I don't know, but they're as good as dead.
He is.
We are at your service, Your Majesty.
Bírtam parancsot.
Who are you?
I'm Commander Milton. We came in pursuit of the man who attempted to take your life. I knew he would not succeed, but his escape dishonors us all the same.
The man spoke of a place called the Keep. Is that where you've come from?
Yes, Ravenscar Keep. It's a prison far from this coast, and we're the soldiers sworn to guard it.
Another of my brother's secrets.
If you'll come with us, Your Majesty, I'll show you. The Keep is where Albion's worst criminals are held, the most dangerous enemies of the Crown. It's time our new queen saw it for herself. Welcome to the Keep, Your Majesty. Albion's secret prison. Your mother made use of it. Your brother Logan made use of it. Now, it is yours. I had my men prepare for your visit, so the cells should be ready for inspection.
Ja, most már
Is it
kaptam egy ilyen bővetön
Recent events
szigetet.
have made me somewhat wary of convicts.
There are plenty of harmless political prisoners imprisoned by Logan. But over the years, we have accumulated some rather dangerous individuals. And there's none more dangerous than General Turner. He led your brother's armies for years, until he became obsessed with ending his rule, with abolishing the crown altogether.
Oh my, yes. General Turner. He attempted a coup on your brother and declared he would bring about the end of the monarchy in Albion. Unfortunately, this was before Logan saw fit to execute all traitors.
I believe the assassin you killed was acting under his orders. We will conduct a full investigation into how... Something's wrong.
I knew it! This place is a death trap! I'm going to be torn apart by angry criminals!
This way, Your Majesty.
I'll stay here and make sure nobody sinks the boat.
Ja, hogy volt itt valaki, aki meg akart ölni a Logant, és akkor most az a bérgyilkos, az így... Hát, honnan származik végében.
Lieutenant, what the hell happened?
Nobody quite knows, sir. Some of the prisoners in Block A broke free. They started a riot, got hold of weapons and killed some of our men. We can't break through.
We won't be able to get through the entrance. There's a reason we call this place the Keep. Fortunately, I know this place better than any prisoner. Are you willing to get your hands dirty, Queen? Or perhaps you would prefer to wait here?
I may have become a politician, Commander, but I was born to fight. Lead the way.
With pleasure. The old sewer system leads into the lower levels. It's as secure as any other part of the Keep, but I can get us through.
Na, itt már van valami a vízben. Gyöngy. Elnézek erre, ha lehet. Oké. Kicsit eltávolodtam a Miltontól. Mondjuk a... A kutya az mit csinál? Érdekes.
My body is betraying me. I have begun feeling unwell, and I may not have many years ahead of me. We must act quickly and bring about the change Albion needs. My mind rests easier knowing that I have disciples who will be faithful to the last and will do what needs to be done.
És ebből a könyvből 5 van. Innen jöttünk, oké. Shit, mi van? Aha, ez zárt ajtó.
I wouldn't be surprised if General Turner was behind this. I've been the warden of this place for 7 years, and we've never had a prisoner like him. He seems to exert some strange control over people.
Biztos, hogy ő áll a háttérben. Azt
It's
elhiszem.
impossible to get past this gate without the key, and I have the only copy, as this poor bastard found out too late. I should warn you, you'll be coming out into the prison's lowest level. We call it the pit. The inmates down here are so disturbed they're barely human. Welcome to the pit, Your Majesty. The most miserable place in Albion. Try to stay away from the cell doors. They sound agitated enough already. I closed this room down when I took over. The doctors who used it called it an electrical rehabilitation facility. The rest of us called it the torture chamber. Most of the men you hear screaming sat in those chairs every day. If they weren't insane when they came in, well, let's just say I'd rather die than be strapped to one of those things.
Így kínozták az embereket.
We should be right under the rioters now. Here they come.
This girl's the right mess with that gun.
Don't hold back, Your Majesty. These men are vicious killers. We need to regain control of the prison before this turns into a real bloodbath. These were good men. Some of them little more than boys. This was never meant to happen.
Valahogy irányítja a robotot elvileg. Érdekes.
Watch out! The bugger's got a gun! Watch out for the mangy cur! They'll go for you when you...
This girl's obviously got a death wish. So let's oblige her, fellas. The honor of the regiment is at stake. I'll fight to the death!
I knew it. This isn't a random riot. It's too organized. Turner did this. He sent the assassin after you not to kill you, but to draw me and my best soldiers away. Come on. If he's behind this, we need to find him before it's too late. They've broken into the armory. This is going to get interesting. Watch your back, Your Majesty. We're not exactly the most popular.
Hát, hogy addig elcsalták innen a katonákat. Értem. Aztán gondolom, addig meg ezek így megszöktek, hogy valami.
General Turner is behind this. It won't be easy to recapture him. Whatever happens, we can't let him leave the island. It sounds like some of the guards are still fighting in there. They're going to need our help. If you don't mind, Your Majesty, I think I'll join my men.
Don't you realise what you're taking on?
I only hope our other more famous prisoners are still behind bars. Can't imagine what will happen if they're let loose. Nothing hardens a bandit like being locked up for a few years.
Try and...
There hasn't been a recorded riot in the keep for 2 decades.
Don't you know how to rock, mate?
After all this time being nothing but a war, it's good to feel like a soldier again.
You're under fire. Keep your heads down, boys. Well, struck.
I used to complain nothing ever happened on this island. This isn't quite what I had in mind, though. Turner must have a bigger plan than just letting some prisoners out.
Okay,
What
so
it is what worries me the
down.
most.
Let's see your bullet.
You should have stayed in your cell. The cells of the maximum security ward must have been opened, including General Turner's. Come on, we have to get there before he can make a break for it.
Már biztos kiszabadult azóta. A tőlene.
Good it! Bring the little tramps out. Wave them in the air. Dead. Just like that. Nobody... Great stuff. Whack her again.
Sokan vagytok, hát?
You good that time, eh? Yeah. We'll see how release form. The rest will surrender. All right. That's what I call a good hit.
Where are the prisoners?
They're gone, sir. The cells were empty when we were taken hostage.
I should have known. Damn it, I should have known. Round up the last of the rioters and lock them up.
Yes, sir.
Missing? We have to get out of here. We'll be butchered.
You may rest at ease, Mr. Hobson. I don't believe they're anywhere on the island. The riot was a diversion, orchestrated by Turner. As long as he's at large, Albion is under threat, Your Majesty. But he isn't the only one we need to worry about. We will need to recapture all the escapees if we want to safeguard the kingdom.
Who are the others?
Professor Faraday was a celebrated inventor, and the brains behind most of our industrial progress. Until he turned on your brother. He's a mild-mannered man, but his creations could bring about the end of civilization. Mary Godwin, also known as Witchcraft Mary, was a highly skilled alchemist, though that knowledge rests in a very disturbed mind. She was convicted of witchery after they discovered her rather horrific experiments. I dread to think what she may do next. And I've already told you about General Turner, the most dangerous of them all. He must have been planning this breakout for months.
Where do we begin?
The records room holds all the information we have on our prisoners. My men can study the files for Witchcraft Mary and Turner. I'm confident I know where I can find Faraday. There's only one place he could call his home. One place he could believe himself safe. I propose we sail there as soon as possible.
I magnanimously offer my services in this investigation. This study seems like a nice, safe place from which to serve the kingdom.
Very good, then. Your Majesty, I shall meet you at the pier when you're ready to hunt down Faraday.
Szóval el kell kapnunk a
There seem to be
fexeket,
several entries
foglyokat.
on this Mary Godwin, or Witchcraft Mary, if that's what we must call her. Very little on General Turner, though. I'm sure I will have found a plentiful supply of information when you return, though. Good luck, Your Majesty.
Most... Aha! Szóval itt vagyunk. Addig nem láttam ezt a területet. Oké.
Oh, bollocks. I've made errors in the count before, but never had this many men missing. No other explanation. They've scarpered, Your Majesty. I'm sorry to inform you that a number of prisoners are, unaccounted for. And these aren't blokes your brother locked up for waving signs at a protest. They're real criminals, killers, and clever. Working out a way off this island as we speak, you can be sure. Me and my guards have enough on our hands keeping this place together. No way I can send men off to comb the island for these escapees. I could use another hand to round them up. And if that hand happens to wield magical weapons and shoot fire and lightning, well, so much the better. Wish I could tell you more, but the only thing we know for certain is they haven't left the island. And we don't even know that for certain. Yeah, anyway. Point is, if you could round them up, that'd be really fantastic. Brilliant. Knowing you're on the job, I'll be much more focused on the task at hand, making sure this place stays locked up tight. I'll just say, be on your guard. One of these brutes once beat a man to death with a sock. It was, not quick.
Nem tudom, hol vannak igazából.
What are you boys gonna do first when we get home?
I reckon I'll visit me mum.
Don't let her kick your ass like that, you fool! Slut ya! That dog should be put down!
Na, még 4 ilyen csapat van. Csak egy fejkendő volt. Az egész ruhaszettet úgymond így össze kell szedni.
Maybe we should just hole up here.
Are you
find us in no time. If you put out the fire and stay very still. Ha! You ain't got a...
I don't have a good feeling about this. Oi! Stop hitting him! He's a mate!
Mondjuk a kutya amúgy baszta jelezni a kincset. Csak mondom. Igazából körül lehet itt nézni. Hát, van valahol valami láda. Na, ez még egy ilyen fogoly ruhadarab.
How come you get to be captain? I want to be captain. Oi! Don't let that little girl beat you. It's embarrassing. Is that what? Oh, she just blew it.
Jó, erre nem lehet eljönni. Ott a démon kapu, ugye oda kéne az egész ilyen fogolyszet. Ugye az elméletben csak akkor nyílik ki. Az érdekes, hogy az irányjelzőm az így nem mutat sem erre. Pedig még vannak szökött foglyok. Akkor meg két csapat. Mi a franc?
Usually when the count's short, I worry I might lose my job. But with this lot, I worry about a shift between the ribs as I sleep.
Merre kéne indulni?
What do you reckon is out there past the horizon?
Well, I saw an old map once.
Come on, lads, we can win this one! Don't just stand there and get it, you fool! Dodge around a bit!
Jó, ugye
Terrific blocking, you do us
karakterem
mercenaries
mindent úgy csak azt mondom, hogy kéne.
You're still standing, mate. Hit her back. It's not supposed to go like this.
I was hoping I'd get to slit one more throat before we left the island.
Yikes. Sure wish the vests were a bit more bulletproof.
The revolution will happen swiftly. Those who join the rebel army will band together and attack at once. Those still loyal to the crown will be sacrificed to the cause. The king will be executed following a short court-martial, and the castle shall be burned to the ground. Its ashes a memorial of our triumph. From those ashes will grow a new government. One led by the people and for the people, supervised by the military. I have no wish to rule, only to serve the land.
Meg egy pár dolog hiányzik. Nézzük már, hogy...
Welcome to the sanctuary.
Ja, elvileg ide rakja a
Your new
ruhát.
garments are ready should you want them.
Ez az. Aha. Ja, a felső ruha, meg a nadrág, az hiányzik.
As you wish.
That's it then. You've done us all a great service, Your Majesty. Shame none of them survived. Not because I'll miss them, because you gave them better than they deserved. Still, it's on their heads. They made their choice.
Akkor most elmehetek, nincs mellé küldi. Aha, most csak küldi van. Ez 40 pecsét már elég ahhoz, hogy megtanuljam az utolsó. Azt hiszem, hogy egy láda hiányzott már. Igen. Ez volt az utolsó.
You know much about riots, Your Majesty? Lots of things can set them off, but one thing in particular is overcrowding. You stick too many bodies in a limited amount of space, they get angry and violent. Makes sense. And until recently, I thought it was limited to prisons, but it turns out it applies to cemeteries as well. You see, quite a few inmates were killed when you retook the prison. So we set about digging graves for them. But there's a lot of dead in that cemetery already, and they didn't want new neighbours. So now, instead of putting bodies in graves, we've got them popping out. Just like with a riot, we tried to restore order. But I lost 2 men in the process. That's 2 more to bury.
A halottak életre kelnek.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Ez is egy mellékül egyébként. De nem baj. De annyi halott volt, hogy már sírból is kijöttek inkább. Na? Hát kincs, de hol van? Hol? De oda hogy megyek le? Ugye leugrani nem tudok. A kutya az megtalálta az odaútot. Meg lesz az. Nagyon jó 5000 arany. Nem hiszem már, hogy nagyon kell az arany, de mindegy. Van, aztán kész. Ezeket nem lehet kinyitni, mi? Hát nem. Ott olyan mi lesz? Hogy zárva van az ajtó. Na, fogolynadrág, már csak egy ruha hiányzik. Elvileg.
Well, that's just fantastic, Your Majesty. Now you've put down the rebellion, we can bury these bodies, and they will finally rest. If they know what's good for them.
Jó. Akkor menjünk tovább.
Faraday had a remote factory he opened up to the public before things turned sour. It's where he did all his work, and he's never stopped talking about it. I'm certain we'll find him there. But if what they say about his inventions is true, it won't be easy to capture him. Clockwork Island. It was quite a popular tourist attraction some years ago. Faraday's inventions have changed the world, but all he really wanted was to make people happy.
Why was he locked up?
Nobody really knows. Your brother said he was a danger to mankind. As for Faraday himself, all he would ever say is that he'd rather die than betray his creations. I used to queue up for hours when I was a child in Bowerstone, just to get a glimpse of his contraptions. I still remember the slogan, Faraday Industries, where faraway dreams become reality. Well, those dreams certainly look far away now.
És miért volt ide átjönni? Hát, hogy még láda sincs itt. Erre lenne valami. Ez micsoda itt? Hát nem nyitható, úgyhogy nem tudjuk meg.
Maybe you're supposed to put gold coins into its mouth, you know, to pay the entrance fee. We should try to find Faraday as quickly as we can, Your Majesty. Who knows what he's building in his factories.
Clockwork Island. I am Huxley, and I will be your guide. Please refrain from using obscene language in front of the children. Now, if you will follow me, we will begin the tour. Keep your belongings with you at all times, and try not to stray from the group.
I suppose we should do what he says.
Gondolom, itt nincs semmi. Azért benézek.
We begin with what is yet to come. Astonish your senses, give flight to your fancy by stepping into the street of the future.
I'm starting to wish I'd paid this place a visit while it was still open.
Before you is an everyday Bowerstone suburb, as it will be 15 years from now. Yes, the future is in our grasp. Please walk among the citizens of tomorrow. Share in their joy. Marvel at their superior well-being.
Hol van a kutya? Az előbb nem láttam. Szerintem ilyen már van, hogy felderítés. Aha. Jó.
Welcome to the Bowerstone of...
Ezeket a házakat majd meg tudom venni.
Feel free to walk on the grass. It is made from a titanium. In the world of tomorrow, there is no conflict, no jealousy, no selfishness. Thanks to science, people are finally
robot kutya. Olyan skinem nekem is van a kutyára egyébként.
Witness the idyllic lives of these model citizens. Marvel at the perfect lives they lead. Would you not want to raise a family here? Good morning, good morning, good morning, good evening. This is the future that Faraday Industries can bring to Albion. Peace and contentment for all. Greetings, my sincere wish that you have a lovely and non-threatening day.
Na, ide lehet nem kellett volna bejönni. Nem beszorultam. Nem, hál' Istennek.
This concludes the tour. We hope all your dreams have been fulfilled.
I know who you are, and I know why you're here. You will never get what you want. Never.
It's Faraday.
I'm ready for you, Your Majesty. I am most ready. And if it is violence you seek, then violence you shall have.
This is a security announcement to all our guests here today. Please take cover. The management accepts no responsibility for any mutilations, fatalities, or slight grazes. And now, presenting the latest in armed defense mechanisms, a round of applause for the Colin Mark II.
So this is what Faraday's been doing in his spare time, building a mechanical army. Is that why your brother locked him up? I think I'd rather fight prisoners.
Have you heard? There is a dinner party this Friday. Everyone is welcome.
Looks like the street of the future isn't that different to the street of the present.
Most nem fognak elfogyni.
This is like no armor I've ever seen. No.
A smile on your face.
Looks like the street of the future is going to be a dangerous place to live. I'm starting to see why your brother locked Faraday up. Come on, let's find him, shall we? I think there might be a way through here.
Na, azért. Egy pont erre
How
kell
come this isn't
jönnünk.
part of the tour? Welcome to the graveyard of the future. Look at this place. Even the wall is falling to pieces.
Ó, nem véletlenül
There's some
volt
sort
ez
of
itt.
canal down there. Ready when you are, Your Majesty. Shall we continue, Your Majesty?
Sajha csizmát, nekem fogó egy cucc kéne.
I don't think we'll find a tour guide where we're going next. I'm rather curious to see what lies behind the futuristic veneer, aren't you? Shall we continue, Your Majesty?
The park has been open for a whole month now, and I can say without reservations that it is an extraordinary success. The public adores my creations, and as I predicted, the street of the future is proving to be my greatest draw. Tomorrow I travel to Miss Peak, where I will oversee the maiden voyage of the improved monorail. I think this design is the safest yet.
Ebből a naplóból is 5 van. Akkor minden szigeten lesz 5 napló? Vagy hogy van ez? Azt se tudom, hány sziget van. Amelyik az előzőn csak 2 találtam meg, ha jól emlékszem.
I think we can safely say this isn't part of the tour.
Ez nem túl sok.
What are those? Insects?
Rovarok csak ilyen...
I have instructed my cleaning and repair crew to clear the canal of detritus. Now go away.
Can you imagine what would happen if these insects got loose in Albion? Faraday's built himself quite a fortress, hasn't he? Careful. I don't care what they're... We're getting close. Faraday must be in that factory up ahead.
Csak körülnézek azért, hát ha találok valamit. Nem tudom itt mi történik, de valamit nagyon sokkolnak ott.
Why can't you leave me alone? I will never do as you ask. Do you hear me? Never!
What's he talking about?
I'm not sure. Maybe he's finally lost what little reason he had left.
Rulers may believe they can impose their will on whomever they so wish. But I was born to make dreams come alive, not to create death. You have already seen the weapons your brother forced me to make, but they shall never leave this island, and neither shall I.
So that's why your brother had him locked up. He refused to build him an army. And he thinks that's what you've come here for.
A Logan hadsereget akarsz, értem. Ő meg nem akarta megcsinálni.
You are so clever and so happy. We could do this forever and ever.
Must I turn more of my creations into monstrosities? Leave us in peace.
I have a feeling these dogs aren't here to play catch with us. Bombs.
Valószínű, nem azért vannak itt.
Faraday must be really desperate if he's willing to destroy his creations to stop us.